Hey guys, what is up and welcome to a new episode of Did You Know featuring Cassiopeia. I want to make a quick announcement, and that's that I'm going to be trying to release a new episode of Did You Know every single Sunday, so make sure to check back every Sunday, mark your calendar, because the new episodes will be live. Also, please don't forget to throw in a like if you enjoyed this episode, but without further ado, let us jump straight into her abilities. Here's a very interesting thing with Cassiopeia's ultimate. If you use it on a spinning target, someone like a Katarina that stands still, it will decide whether or not she is facing you depending on what direction she was facing as she ulted. However, for someone like Garen that moves while they're spinning, it depends on the direction he is moving while he is spinning to determine whether or not he is facing you. Cass's Q ability, Noxious Blast, is great to use to check bushes. If you see your passive proc, then someone is most likely in there. Cassiopeia has another great tool to check bushes, and that is her W ability, because once you cast it in an AoE around an area, it will actually reveal that area while the poison is on the ground. Very useful. If Twin Fang, the E ability, gets absorbed by a spell shield like Siva or Banshee's Veil on a target that's already poisoned from maybe your Q, your W, or any other various poison abilities, the damage is absorbed, yet the cooldown reduction still applies. Another example is if you fail to land your E ability on a target that's already poisoned because they dodge it, such as using Fizz's Playful Trickster, it will not proc the CD reduction. There were also other test cases with this scenario where the E ability didn't make contact and didn't even start the cooldown. Even though Cass's Q ability damage will get absorbed by things like Morgana's Black Shield, Cassiopeia will still get the movement speed buff from casting the Q on her. Cassiopeia has great synergy with certain other champions because Twin Fang's cooldown reduction will work with other poisons as well, not just your own. For example, Teemo's shot, his trap, Singe's poison, and even Twitch's passive. As a Cassiopeia player, it can be more beneficial to be close to your target when spamming your Twin Fang, which is your E ability, because the CD starts right after the Twin Fang actually makes contact with the target rather than the time that it was casted. Cassiopeia's skill set shines when she is being chased or chasing a target, because she can use the Q for the move speed, the W for the slow, and then you can keep barraging them with your E ability for constant damage, or you can even throw in an ulti to either slow or to stop them from chasing you further. Cass's passive does not get procced by summoner spells, nor does it reduce the cost of items such as Seraph's Embrace. Cass's passive grants her one of the best laning phases in the middle lane in the game, just because she can spam her abilities, which deal a lot of damage with easy poke, and she does not have much penalties in terms of mana loss. Alright, let us jump into some really cool facts and lore about Cassiopeia, as there's quite a bit to cover here as well. Cass was designed by someone named Brakhar, who also made Anivia, Janna, Nidalee, and Taric. Also, he is the one that reworked champions such as Morgana, Twisted Fate, and Rise. Brakhar was trying to make Cass similar to Anivia, but a faster version of her. Cass is voiced by Karen Strassman, who also voiced Fiora, Shyvana, Zyra, and Elise. Cass was the last champion that was released in the year 2010. Her theme tends to resemble ancient Greece. She is heavily based off of Medusa, who is a Gorgon from the Greek mythology. Did you know that Cassiopeia is Katarina's younger sister? Now from this you might be wondering how Cassiopeia became a serpent-like figure, since she is Katarina's sister, therefore saying that she was human at one point. Well, during a Noxian barbarian pacification, she set her sights on a diplomat from the Freljord tribe, and she wanted to charm him. However, he refused to confide until she swore an oath of secrecy upon his sword, which was a strange weapon with a serpentine curve to the blade. Once it was done, she told her father the information that she had learned from him, and as she did this, the curse hit her, upon which she swore secrecy earlier and therefore turned her into a serpent. Cassiopeia is also the name of a constellation in the northern sky. The symbolic meaning of this constellation is, quote, seated queen, unquote, which can be seen in her classic skin. Her ability, Miasma, may refer to Greek mythology, where miasma is a contagious power that has an independent life of its own. Until purged by the sacrificial death of the wrongdoer, society would be chronically infected by catastrophe. Cass was the first champion to get a difficulty rating by Riot of 100. Cassiopeia may be also a reference to Queen Cassiopeia from Greek mythology, who boasted of her great beauty. Poseidon punished her by demanding her daughter Andromeda to be sacrificed to the Kraken. Perseus, having just slain the Gorgon Medusa, slew the sea giant and saved the princess. Cassiopeia's dance is the Weeping Willow dance, a style of liquid dancing. One of Cassiopeia's taunts,
You think I'm a freak? Let me get on your level.
may be considered as a tribute to Rider Freak's line, quote, "Get on my level," unquote. Siren Cassiopeia is a reference to the mythological creatures of ancient Greece called sirens. Seductress says that enchanted men into the sea to drown. In the Perseus Pantheon skin, you can see Cassiopeia's head is depicted on his shield, most likely referencing to their shared Greek relations. From the pose, Pantheon is reflecting Cassiopeia's petrifying gaze, mirroring the Perseus versus Medusa fight of the Greek mythology. Mythic Cassiopeia is a commemorative skin created to celebrate the launch of League of Legends Greek servers. Jade Fang Cassiopeia is released as part of the Lunar Revel event in 2013, coincidentally matching the year of the snake in Chinese zodiac. Alright guys, and that unfortunately marks the end of this episode of Did You Know featuring Cassiopeia. Please don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed it and to share it with your friends, as these videos do take quite some time to make. Also, please write a comment explaining maybe what you enjoyed the most or what you thought of this episode, and also who you would like to see in the next episode. As you can clearly see, this one was suggested by a user from the previous episode. But once again, I want to wish you guys a great day, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you next time. Peace.